Hi everyone, welcome to another episode by Poor Man Gamer. Today is episode 2 of Learning from the Greats, and we are gonna take a look at Anus. Right? Now, when I look for great players, there's very specific criteria in which I follow, which is I'm only reviewing matches where the units are of the person I'm reviewing, it's either at same level or weaker. Right? If you are like 2 or 3 levels higher than somebody, it really doesn't matter what the matchup is, you should be crushing your opponent anyway. So I specifically picked Anus for episode number 2 because I was incredibly impressed by the way he timed the first missiles in both matches, and also by the way he utilized his units. So Anus is on the left, and Skillless is on the right. And we're going to take a look at what happens here. Anus has a very interesting opening on the left-hand side here, and I'm going to show you his map. He opens with a Scorpion tank, right? Which isn't something that common that I have. It's actually quite rare that I see that. So as you can see, he opens with a Scorpion tank, and I love the way he uses it. Because I guess he opens with a Scorpion tank because the Cyberwheels are so cheap. The logic behind it is you can go ahead and open with a Scorpion tank, and if there's a lot of infantry, just use a stacking method, move that Scorpion tank back, while the Cyberwheel does damage against the anti-vehicle infantries. So as you can see here, he does a great job using his tank to engage his the opponent's Rifleman, and he also does a really good job here getting shots off. Okay, I don't know if you guys saw that. There's entire times he's able to use the Scorpion tank and keep it moving. He actually got off 2 shots for free against the missile squad. So look here, he engages, he fires, and he doesn't really take on that much damage. And he does a pretty good job with it. He loses his tank here because I guess he needs to. He opens a Seth drill pod on the bottom, and he is sitting on all 3 missile tiles. Right? This is just absolutely brilliant play against another high-level player. And look at the way he uses his Rifleman. He positioned it in the middle so he can jump on all 3 missile tiles very quickly. His Cyberwheel at the top takes out the missile squad, and he's able to win this first missile. The timing is really good. He uses his Cyberwheels on the bottom because they're vehicle units. They just shred shockwaves, right? So he rolls it down to the bottom there. He's using his Cyberwheels to shred the shockwaves. He's using his Rifleman to engage his missile squad, and because he sees that he's got a lot of infantry units with no anti-air, he rolls out his Banshee. Now, Predator tanks are not great against units in packs because it takes 4 shots for them to kill one of them, and their fire rate is not very high. So in my opinion, it just takes too long, right? The plus side is the Predator tank has a lot of health, and so I felt that there's a better way to counter them, right? I'd rather send a Pitbull. But anyway, now he's facing a little bit of pressure. He doesn't have much of an economy. He smartly maneuvers his units around. He uses the Rifleman to engage the laser squad. He uses the Cyberwheel to engage the shockwave, and he's using the Banshee within a Predator tank. Whew. Okay, let's pause. He did all that in about 2 seconds. So that's why I believe Anus here is a very great player. Right? He got the right matchup across every single the map here, across the entire map, all in 2 seconds. He switches his Banshee to attack his Pitbull, and he uses that Scorpion tank to try to keep that missile count going. Right? Unfortunately, his units were not strong enough to take out all of Skillless's units, and he rolls another Cyberwheel. And look at this, Skillless does a great job with the ion cannon here. Beautiful timing. Bang! Right? Takes out so many of his units, and that's why Anus lost the second missile. Right? He just couldn't recover fast enough. He's just desperately trying to scramble units down to the bottom now. He smartly rolls out laser squads to try to put additional pressure on. But once again, Skillless just has a lot of stronger units and loses the second missile. So again, Anus, I don't know if you saw that, smartly rolls out a Banshee, immediately switches fire to the Banshee, to the Pitbull, so that he doesn't keep dying. He rolls out a second Banshee to protect his units. He's intentionally leaving that Predator tank alive until the very last second, so it delays Skillless from refreshing the units. He pushes it across, He smartly uses a set drill pod on the bottom there. He's using his laser squad to attack the Pitbull. He's using another Banshee to engage a very weakened Pitbull. He's running a Cyberwheel to engage that Shockwave. Now he moves his laser squad up to body block him in the middle, or tile block him in the middle, right, to help out take out that Pitbull even faster. Skill less counters by moving his Pitbull to the other side of the map. Very, very, very smart on both sides. That Cyberwheel does successfully take out the Shockwave. Missile is still being charged up. The Banshee takes that laser squad in the middle takes care of that Predator tank along with that Banshee, right? And as you can see, he's got really, really good positioning right now. That Banshee is going to keep engaging that Pitbull. He's using another laser squad to engage his Pitbull. And he's got Shockwaves on the top. And so right now, it's a very, very closely contested match. As you see, small mistake there. Actually, no, not a mistake. I think he kept that Pitbull alive intentionally. He's using his Cyberwheels across the bottom, pushing it across. I think at this time, he's just trying to delay the missile launch from advancing any further because he's in a losing position. Out comes the Banshee, right, which the Shockwaves cannot touch. And he jumps on 2 tiles here. He's using his Cyberwheels very effectively. And I believe right now doesn't have much of an economy, which is why that Seth Dropot didn't come out. Perfectly timed ion cannon. He smartly moves the Scorpion tank out of the way just in the nick of time, and Anus got the win. Whew. Crazy, crazy good micromanagement. I had to go in half time for almost the entire match because there's just so much to cover. And so guys, I hope you're able to take something out of that last play and how he constantly moves his units around to play the right matchups. And something else he did really, really great job in was he keeps weak units alive until the very last second, right? So that as the missile's nearing the end, the opponent can't just refresh all of the units. It's just a whole bunch of weak units. He wipes them all out, clears the map, and he gets the win. This time, Anus actually beats Benvin 2. Right? So Benvin, I gave you a shout out in the first episode. You know, I think you're a great player. Anus got you this time though, and that's okay, right? Everybody has a bad day or bad games, and this is actually not a bad game. It's actually very well played. So once again, I'm gonna speed up a little bit here. He opens with a Scorpion tank, right? Blindly opens with a Scorpion tank. Very, very interesting tactic. He does not engage the missile squad, and as you can see here, he uses that cyber wheel very, very effectively. He gets 2 shots, 3 shots, right, with a Scorpion tank without taking any damage. There's shot number 4. And look at that perfect timing, right? He took 5 shots at the Scorpion tank. And so right now, let's break it down. Benvin does a great job pressuring his Harvester. He uses the Rifleman, and he has to take his Harvester away from mining, which is advantage Benvin because he allows him to build up his economy while Anus suffers. But Anus does a really good job here because his Rifleman is so cheap and his Cyberwheels are so cheap. And as you can see here, once again, 2 weakened units at the very end. I don't know how he times it so well, but time and again, he does it perfectly. So right now, he's got 2 Cyberwheels on the bottom. He opens up with the Seth Drill Pod. I guess he's scouting the enemy to see if he's a double Harvester. Right, he loses his Harvester here, but because of his playstyle, it doesn't really seem to have a huge impact on him. He's on all 3 missiles now, and he's able to pick up this first missile win. So there it is against the Predator tank. I don't love Predator tanks or single-shot units like Scorpion tanks against those 3-shot, like against the Cyber Wheel or bikes, units that rolls in packs, because it's 1 shot, 1 vehicle, and it just takes so many shots to take care of them. So right now, Anus aggressively protects his Harvester with the missile squad. He moves his Flame squad across, I guess, just to scout the enemy, right, and put a little bit more pressure on his Harvester to distract Benvin, perhaps. He uses the Scorpion tank on the top left to take out the Predator tanks, and as you can see, because he doesn't have much of an economic advantage, he has to play on the defense. Look at here, he's trying his best to protect his Harvester, and he does a really good job. He's able to attack his Predator tanks on both sides. And but Benvin just does a better job with the Jump Jet squad there. I am tired covering these guys. They do such a great job. So there's the Banshees rolling out, chasing all of Benvin's units. Benvin is rolling out a lot of Talons as his main anti-air. His Talons along with his Pippos does a great job knocking out his Banshees. Level 13 Talons are really, really powerful. Like, Talons are actually great as an anti-infantry unit. And so a lot going on there. On the top, Benvin does a great job taking that tile and taking out his Cyberwheel by using the Colonel charge up. Anus here is pressuring the enemy with 2 bikes. He has pretty good position. Unfortunately, Benvin was able to sneak a Talon at the top at the last second there. And because he's on all 3 tiles, Anus just loses the second missile. So now this match gets even crazier. As you can see, Benvin does a great job rushing his 2 Talons across to attack his Flame Squad. So because Anus has a really, really weak economy right now, he rolls on 2 laser squads. That Predator tank in the middle just can take so much damage, right? So he's trying his best to take out and weaken his Talons. Benvin again does a very, very good job pushing the enemy Harvester, right? And as you can see right there, it draws his Scorpion tank away, right? And bang, he gets it again for the 3rd time. Absolutely incredible. In the middle, he rolls out his Banshee because they can't do anything against his Banshee. And Scorpion tank on the top does a great job taking out that Predator tank. Scorpion tank just eats a few bullets in the meantime to free up the bike. Anus tries to rush up the Banshee to the top right, but unfortunately gets taken out by that level 13 Talon. Again, guys, if you got Talons and they're at level 13 or really high levels, they are incredibly powerful units, so do not underestimate them. I really love how Anus body blocks the Pippo so that he's able to engage the Shockwave. And then now Anus backs off he thought about backing off his Scorpion tank anyway. Actually, at this stage of the game, I thought Anus was going to lose this game. But look, he takes out the tank, it jumps, and then he moves his Flame Squad by opening up the Stealth Drill Pod. And because he's got 2 units in the middle, he gets this missile at the very last second. And Anus, whew, what a great player you are. That micromanagement and the way you use the Cyberwheel and the Rifleman is just spot on. And your micromanagement is next level. It's very comparable to Unleash Your Destiny. It's right up there. So Anus, thank you for being a great player. Thank you for letting me feature you in your video. I'm so glad EA allows me to do this. And guys, I hope you were able to learn something out of this. Time it perfectly, right? Anus lets the opponent time the missiles, and he uses his units very, very well. As you can see here, this is a deck that is 100% accessible to everyone. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a wonderful day. Take care.